Hello and welcome to day 31 of my 365-day iPhone video challenge. It is a Saturday. I am wearing a t-shirt. It is 8:22. Yesterday I talked about changing perspectives when you talk to yourself from a first-person perspective, I, from I, why do I feel that way? I'm so stupid, I'm an idiot, to the second-person perspective, you are so stupid, Mark is so stupid. And that is a way of removing a technique. It's a technique in psychology called self-distancing, and the idea is by moving into the second-person perspective, you lessen the emotional impact of a negative thought. Now, there's also been some further research on this that I've done some over today, and it's also used when looking back at a bad memory. So when you are ruminating, which we know we shouldn't do, but let's face it, we all do it, that rather than talk from the first person, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I did this, what you do is you catch yourself and go, you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that, or Mark shouldn't have done that. And when they've done studies like this, using that model, using the second person perspective, the person's emotional well-being is much higher. They're much less affected by the emotional memory. So it's a way of distancing from the emotional memory, and it relates to construal level theory, which is where the act of creating psychological distance in one domain, i.e. linguistically, creates a psychological distance in other domains, i.e. decision making. So when you're making a decision, what would Mark do, or what would you do, rather than what should I do, that actually you may make more rational decisions, not emotional decisions, at that moment by using the second person perspective. And actually they've done lots of studies with children. So for example, I am wearing a Superman t-shirt today. You will understand why in a second. Where you've heard of saying, what would Batman do, or what would Jesus do? Well, actually there's some studies that have been done, and the one that I'm now can't remember is by the Emotion and Self-Control Lab, which I also mentioned yesterday, where they got children to dress up as Batman, Dora the Explorer, and Bob the Builder, and a couple of others. You can go on and look at their website at the Emotion and Self-Control Unit. And what they found was when they got children to do work on an iPad, wearing a Batman outfit or an exemplar, someone they really looked up to, that they were reminded every so often. And what they did is, what would Batman do in this situation? Is Batman working hard? And actually what they found was that all the children significantly worked harder and were less distracted when they dressed up as an exemplar. So what's the learning for us? Well, we could go to work in Batman outfits, or as I am, my Superman t-shirt, but possibly the other thing is to actually think about someone we respect, someone we like, what would they do, and think about, pretend to be them while we do the task. It's an interesting idea. See you tomorrow.